Hello, I'm Aubriana, and for my final presentation, I will be talking about a game that I hold near and dear to my heart, The Sims 4. The Sims 4 came out in 2014, but the Sims franchise as a whole has been running for about 23 years now. Starting in 2000, so this game came in with the new decade. When it first started out, The Sims didn't look so hot. They looked like potato people. This is according to other people that I've talked to that played The Sims. They say they look like potato people. But as The Sims has grown, the art style changed and a lot of the animation got more fluid. So it really developed as a franchise and it's been really cool to see because you go back to The Sims 1, the animation wasn't that good. The open world didn't look as detailed as it should have. Well, it looked detailed for the time. But as it's developed, and in The Sims 4, when it first came out, it wasn't really anything. There were about three playable houses, there were two neighborhoods, there wasn't much to do. This was all until 2015 when the first expansion pack came out. Now, the expansion pack, all it did was add one new neighborhood and a few game mechanics. These game mechanics being you could go to work with your Sims. Now, your Sims can already have a job, but you can't really go with them and see what they're doing. With Get to Work, you can. And the newest game pack that's coming out next month on the 20th, I believe, is going to include horses and stables and just all the stuff that comes with that. And this expansion pack is going to be styled after the Midwest in Arizona, mostly. But with expansion packs, they really take the time to try to detail a culture, like for a specific culture. Like in the expansion pack Snowy Escapes, they focus on Japanese culture and they do a really nice job on being very respectful when it comes to incorporating cultures into the game. Now, there are more than just expansion packs. There are actually three types of LLC that comes with The Sims. This being kits, stuff packs, and expansion packs. Now, stuff packs come with a few items here and there, but mostly are for gameplay. Though the kits are either just stuff or just clothing. You're not getting much else from the kits except for stuff and clothing. And this has been a real problem in the Sims community because they are so expensive and people want just a little bit more. They want a little bit more bang for their buck when it comes to the LLC, and they feel like they're not getting that. But I'll talk about that more later. And by later, I mean in the next slide. Now, The Sims has its problems, of course, like any game does, but with how big the franchise is and how much money it makes, a lot of people have really harsh criticism, but also have really a lot that is good to say about this game. Because how could you not? But the main thing is the bugs, the modders, and the storyline. A lot of people don't like the fact that The Sims 4 takes place in an alternate universe, really just negating all of the previous games. But this is really a back and forth argument between the entire community, whether The Sims 4 should be a part of it or shouldn't. A lot of people are really divided on that. And the bugs can get scary. The best example I can think of is the My Wedding Stories pack. When that pack came out, nothing worked like it was supposed to. It took about three patches, and these are updates that come after the expansion pack comes out. But it took three patches for the game to actually work like it was supposed to. And people were very upset about that because expansion packs can be upwards of $40 when they first come out. And if you don't get them when they are $40, if you don't get them, and people are expecting just a lot more from the expansion pack and don't want bugs in their game. But a very good pro is how customizable the Sims are. Like you can make them any ethnicity, any religion. There's really no bounds to what you can do with your Sims. And overall, it's an amazing game. It's a game that has so much potential. You can build any kind of house you want. You can do anything you want. If you want a mermaid to fight a vampire, that can happen. If you want your werewolf to go and live on the beach for a couple weeks, you can do that with The Sims. The Sims is a sandbox game, which is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because it lets you and allows you to build any kind of story you want. It's all based on your imagination. And that's the limit of The Sims. And that's one thing I love about The Sims. It has its problems, yes. And this is more of a company problem that they need to fix that. But the game overall is pretty all right.